Well, here comes Rita in her 2010 Nissan Murano. Some things she wants to tell you about it before we sell it. Things that she liked about it. So let's see what she has to say.
Well, the place that we usually wash the vehicle, whenever we would wash it, didn't happen many times, but I'm getting ready to sell the vehicle and I want to share some of the things that I like about my 2010 Murano. One of them is how you get into the car. It has the fob to start it with, and if the door was locked, which I'll go ahead and lock it, it's locked, you just push the little button and it unlocks and you get in. And then it had the push button start. I had not had that before. So those that have push button start know you push the brake and you push your little power button and it comes on. Come on over here, Daryl, let me show you some more things that I like about it. It had a really cool display window over here, and when you hit your backup, it shows you the backup. The backup camera. Now that was really high tech back in 2010, I do believe, and I really liked that. Another thing that it had XM radio when I first got it. It expired. I did renew it for a while, but then it expired again, so I stopped. Another cool thing it had was 6 CD. It held 6 CDs, and I could change it easily, and it just was full of my favorite CDs, so I liked that a lot also. Another cool thing it had was seat warmers. It had it for the driver's side and for the passenger side. They were really easy to get to down here on the console for either side though. This was low, and then you could push it for high, and it was on both sides. Really cool feature. We loved it. It also had where we could open and close the garage door. There were buttons for that. Of course, it had cruise control, which was handy. And I don't need to run it while I'm talking. It had windshield wipers that were intermittent also.
Do that again.
It has intermittent wipers that my other vehicle didn't quite have, I don't believe, but that was a cool thing for 2010 also. There's 3 things that I didn't like about the vehicle. Number 1 was the mirrors were not defrosting. My vehicle before that had the defrosting. Now bear in mind, in Kentucky we don't have that many times that we need defrosting mirrors, especially when I park inside the garage. The other thing was the parking brake. When I'm driving, it just felt like that was really close, the parking brake pedal. Yeah. So that just seemed...
Yeah, it's right over the top of your
Yeah,
foot,
it was right. Yeah. It was really close. Now I'm sure that's in a lot of vehicles, but it wasn't in my previous vehicle. It didn't seem like that. And then the third one, come over here, Daryl. The cup holder was right where you shift into gear. So that seemed a little bit inconvenient. It'd been handier if it was over here. And then this was really nice. There was a nice little pocket to keep my cell phone in if I wanted to, or my reading glasses or whatever. But that was really nice. And plus it had lots of buttons up here that I didn't know what they did way back then. And Daryl would even set the clock when it would come time to change the clock.
She never set the clock.
I don't think I ever set the clock.
In 10 years, she never set the clock.
But
there's a little cubby up there, isn't there?
There is a little cubby for your sunglasses, which there is a pair in there.
Yep. We'll take them out.
But another cool thing, it had these little pull-out trays for the sun blocker, because you could take this off even.
Put it to the side.
And put it to the side, and you could pull it back if you needed, wherever you might have. Oh, the reason I even bought this car, I wanted a black car, but the car lot only had 2 Muranos that I would have even considered. One of them was a tan color. The other one was a gray color. and it had the moonroof in it. So that's the top #1 reason I bought this car, because of the moonroof in it. And it tilts. It has a the little bug deflector filter on it, and it also has a.
And it shuts. The
yeah.
bottom part shuts too, doesn't it?
Plus, it was dual. I mean, that was pretty cool.
That's true. It's in the back too.
Yeah.
But those lower panels are motorized too, where you don't have to go.
Right.
Put your hand up there and close them. Yeah.
Yeah, the button does that for it. But it was a very nice car. A second reason, besides the moonroof, was I wanted room in the back seat. Leg room. So let me show you. Put my glasses and fob down. It looks like there's 12 inches from the seat to the edge. A lot of times in cars it's much, much tighter knee space.
So you were happy with that?
I was extremely happy with that. Now, one thing that I didn't get with this one that I never had with any other vehicle was some sort of remote opening for the trunk.
Power lift gate. Yeah.
So you had to push the button, but so what? But look at all this space. It was wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 30 inches from the top to there. And then from side to side, from wheel well to wheel well, if that's what you call it. What is that?
44.
44 inches. And then front to back, it was, what is that, 3 foot?
36.
36 inches. To extend the space in the trunk, we knew you could drop the seats down in the back, the little pull tab, but you can even pull these little levers, and the seat falls down on both sides.
Been on there for 10 years.
Go figure. We'd had the vehicle for 10 years. And I tell you what, we've put these seats down a lot of times, hauled a lot of stuff, traveled in it a few times also. So it's been a very good car, and I'll miss it a little bit, but I got a new car and we'll put more video on it a little bit later on.
Okay, bye-bye Murano. We do have it sold, so it's going to a new owner. This is Rita's last time driving the Murano. This is her last trip.
It's been good to me. Very good to me.
We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.